I'm Chris Ballard, General Manager of your Indianapolis Colts. I'd like to welcome all the players, coaches, and families to the IHSAA State Football Finals. The Colts are grateful to be a part of a growing Hoosier football tradition and are proud to partner with the IHSAA. As an organization, we salute all your hard work and sacrifice to reach this point. We would like to wish all the teams the best of luck competing for a state title.
The seats are blue here inside Lucas Oil Stadium. Those that are filling them all wearing black and red for this 4A state championship game. It is Lowell, it is East Central, and they are vying for the 4A state championship. We thank you for joining us on Fox Sports Indiana, the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Our state tournament series presented by the Indianapolis Colts. Along with a guy that knows a thing or two about winning football state championships, legendary former Carmel and Ben Davis coach Dick Dullahan, Greg Rakestraw. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll check in with Will Haskett in just a matter of moments. These are two teams that are from opposite ends of the state, but they are more similar than they will ever realize. These are two teams that know they have to win the line of scrimmage. They want to establish the run game and do it over and over again to win a state championship this afternoon.
They absolutely do know what they're doing. Coaches are very experienced guys. They've been here before. They know what they're doing, and I am so impressed by the physicality of both offense and defensive lines. It's going to be an interesting battle. Probably won't last very long, Greg.
Let's talk about key players in this game. Let's start with the junior quarterback for the Lowell Red Devils, Ethan Igris. Again, they've got a variety of weapons, but he's been solid as a junior starter.
136 attempts, 1,272 yards, 13 TDs. He's a solid guy with a nice arm. Good arm.
Let's focus then on the running game for East Central. Logan Story was a young man that got a great amount of attention a year ago, and as is always the case for the Trojans, their game starts with running the football, and they start with him out of the backfield.
They sure do, and he will get the football in many, many ways. That young man really knows how to play this game. He's quick, he's an athlete, and he makes something out of nothing quite often.
Time for our Wilson Sporting Good keys to this game. Wilson Sporting Goods, because state title runs deserve the very best. And again, for both these teams, you can almost use the identical keys. This game's going to be one of the trenches, Coach.
No question. The keys for Lowell, O-line and D-line matchups. Productive possessions. They can't pass up any possession. And can their defense adjust to the unusual attack that they will see from East Central?
And now for the Trojans of East Central, what must Coach Roden's team do to bring home a state title?
Well, he feels that they have to win the upfront battle. They have to stop Jordan Jusovich in all three phases, and that's a tall order. And they've got to win the turnover battle, and that also is a tall order. Lowell is a really good football team, and so is East Central. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
We've told you about tonight's two state finalists. Now, let's meet the teams.
One more game. One more game.
It just feels amazing to be here, playing for a state title. Hard work, dedication, and, just so happy for these kids.
It feels unreal. Been dreaming about this ever since I was a little kid, watching the older guys do it in 05, 07, and 09, and it's just amazing to be able to live out my dream playing with my brothers.
It feels great to be playing for a state championship, just knowing all our hard work in the summer has paid off, and be able to play for a state championship in front of our town and the rest of the state is just it's a great honor.
You know, to get to Lucas Oil Stadium in week 15 is one of the toughest things I think in high school sports. You know, keeping kids focused, keeping them driven, keeping them motivated, belief in your abilities, anything can happen.
We've only won one state championship in '05, so it means so much.
I've been dreaming of it as a kid. Wanted to be like the '05 team. Only one state championship has been won in Lowell, and we just want to make history.
Last thing I'm going to tell these kids is to go out, make sure you're all in, be elite, and enjoy the moment.
Tonight you will see what champions are made of.
Here come the Red Devils.
We are
We are
the Lowell Red Devils.
This is as big as it gets.
It's game time.
The 4A North semi-state champion Lowell Red Devils.
This is our time. This is our time.
Extremely excited, extremely blessed, and ready to go.
It feels great. I was here sophomore year, and it's really great to be back.
We have a wonderful opportunity ahead of us. We were here 2 years ago. We couldn't get the job done, and we haven't won in 23 years, so I can't wait to get out there and show the state what we've got.
This will be our fourth state appearance. We've been runner-up a couple times. We won it back in 1995. Long-standing tradition of playing physical football, blue-collar football, and something that I take great pride in.
Winning a state championship would bring so much joy to me and bring a lot of joy to our community and our school.
Can't turn the ball over. Got to match Lowell's physicality. They're a fantastic football team up front on both sides of the ball. I'm going to need to find a way to make some big plays. Big game like this, we need some people that we don't expect to step up and do something special.
It'll be great. It'll be a great way to end my season, my senior year, just my football career in general.
Last thing I'll tell the guys is that they're representing St. Leon, they're representing their parents, they're representing anyone that's put a Trojan football helmet on before, and to take pride in what they're doing.
One win away from a state title.
Here come the East Central Trojans.
We are
We are
the East Central Trojans.
It all comes down to this.
The 4A state championship game starts now.
The champions of the 4A South Semi-State, the East Central Trojans. It's the Trojans that are associated with marching, but it was the Red Devils of Lowell that marched in and remain arm in arm as the captains are set to meet. You see our white hat for today's game, Jason Ferguson. This is the 5th state championship game he has officiated in 3 different sports: boys basketball, girls basketball, and football. Congratulations to Ferg and his crew for getting the honor of working this 4A state championship game. Again, these two teams located about as far apart as you can be in the state of Indiana. Lowell in the region, East Central just a couple of miles away from the Ohio state line in far southeastern Indiana.
The entire game. Lowell, our visitors, they will make the call. What would you like to call?
Heads.
What did he call? He called a heads. We throw it up and talk about options. Heads, it is. You've won the toss. What would you like to do? Defer to the second half. You will receive. Which way would you like to kick?
To the city.
That way?
Yep.
All right, swing around, guys. Swing around, swing around. Gotcha.
Of course, these two teams are dealing with wind, rain, Mother Nature. No such issues for this game here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Let's welcome in the third member of today's broadcast crew, our buddy Will Haskett. Hello, Will.
Greg, good afternoon to you. So happy to be with you and Coach again here on a championship Saturday. You know, for Lowell, so much has been made about the #1 scoring defense in the state so far this year. But head coach Keith Kilmer, in advance of this game, said, look, there has been a better defensive test for his offense than his own scout team entering this championship showdown. They're going to need to score points in this one, but he said their scout team may be the best defense they face all year. We know it's going to be a physical battle in the trenches. We'll see if that battle in practice this week truly prepared his team for the ultimate test.
Will, thank you very much, and not to be too cliche about it, defense wins championships. It's a favorite of coaches everywhere. Well, this year, so far, that's proving to be the case because you've got the top 3 scoring defenses in the state all made it to Lucas Oil Stadium this weekend. Pioneer already won in 1A. They were second in the state in terms of defense. Lowell was third. Penn is #1, and they play in the 6A championship game.
And let's be real honest about it. The team from Lowell goes #1 defense and #1 offense against each other virtually every day in practice. They really do have more than just a scout team because there's tremendous competition between those two sides of the ball, the offense and the defense, and its coordinators and so forth. They get a physical confrontation virtually every day.
Michael Hutton is the senior place kicker, set to boot this ball away for Lowell. These two teams have been building to this moment for the last several years. East Central runners-up 2 years ago. They were defeated in the semi-state by Roncalli last year. Lowell knocked off in the semi-state by last year's runner-up Northwood. These teams have known they'd be good. They meet here in the 4A championship game, and that is a touchback as that ball carries into the end zone. So we will see starting quarterback Alex Maxwell take to the field for East Central. Was the starter a year ago as a sophomore. His father is on the coaching staff for head coach Justin Roden. His dad also played football at Indiana University.
And his dad calls the plays. So they've really made an adjustment, and they're running an offense that these young kids ran when they were puppies in the system. And they run it very, very well. They're really outstanding.
Much like we saw in Kokomo in the 5A game last night, all the players in the field compact for East Central. They'll tell you you're going to run it. Question is, can you stop it? On the first play of the game, the answer, a resounding yes for Lowell. Mitchell Wildman able to make the play for the Red Devils. Here are the starters for East Central. Again, the men up front that get the job done for this team. Everybody is asked to block, including the quarterback, if he doesn't have the football. Logan Story, because of injury, he's got a little more experience than maybe he was planning on a year ago, has carried that over to a phenomenal senior season this year. A flag has been thrown on play number 2.
They were unbalanced to the left side. They had the offensive tackle for East Central, Luke Collinsworth, only a freshman. He was over on the strong side, so they moved the tackle over. Plus, they had a wingback to that side. This is not unusual for them, but they really do run that football and put power at the point of attack.
Well, I mentioned Jason Ferguson. You see him on your screen. The rest of his crew, Brian Craven, Zach Watson, Randall Zorman, and Tim Cartwright, handling all the activities, this 5-man crew for the 4A state championship game. 2nd and 5. Little single wing football. Maxwell follows Story, follows his offensive lineman, and picks up a first down. Vintage East Central football to start this game. RDP, Red Devil Pride. This is the defensive alignment for Coach Kilmer's squad. You see Blake Jansky, leader of that 4-man front, 20 tackles for loss. 4-4-3, which is perfectly suited to go up against this run first, run second, run third offense of East Central. And Jordan Jusevich, he will be all over the field on both sides of the football today for Lowell. Fake the jet sweep to Story. Maxwell on the keeper, just gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Lowell's Michael Langen, 2nd down.
Very nice job just running off tackle. That's exactly what they want to do. They get faked the jet sweep and had him follow his lead blocker, which was Story. Everybody kind of expects Story to get the ball a whole bunch, but he used the quarterback. Unbalanced the other way.
Maxwell right at about 1,000 yards rushing on the season. About 3/4 of the attempts that Story has had this year. So they're both equally threats out of that backfield. Story on that play picks up 2, sets up 3rd down.
Very similar to what we had last evening. Just a power running offense. They want to run the football. The ball's in the quarterback's hands, or he's tossing it backwards and they're blocking down and kicking out.
To put it in perspective, Lowell quarterbacks average about 6 completions a game. Just a little bit less than that for East Central. So even on 3rd and 6, this could easily be a rushing down for the Trojans.
Now they're balanced up, half to half reverse.
It's a counter, it's a fumble, it's a recovery, but the timing of the play completely blown up. It was a double handoff. Story gave it through to the wingback in Eric Rosemeyer. That could have been catastrophic if he didn't pick that up for East Central, but they will likely be forced to punt away the football as the special teams unit comes onto the field now for East Central.
We saw that play last night run by Kokomo against Columbus East. The half to half reverse, characteristic of the wing T. They call it the wing T in a phone booth, and that's exactly what that was.
The Trojans to punt this football away. 1 first down drive comes to an end. Solid end-over-end kick that gets over the head of Jusevic, kicked by an East Central player. He feels it inside the 20. Ball was down by Brett Fox for the Trojans. However, Lowell will start this drive at about the 22-yard line. Ethan Igris, the quarterback for Lowell. And we showed you his stats earlier, and Lowell has thrown the football more this year than they have in years gone by. But, Coach, do not be fooled. They'll want to establish the run game, and if it's working, that's what they're going to stick with. They'll line up 4 wide, but they are just as likely to run the ball out of this formation.
There's no question, and they will try to get the ball to Jusevic because he is outstanding. He's another young man who is committed to go and play at Indiana University.
Wildman and Igris almost have a disastrous start for Lowell. Both teams able to cover a fumble on their opening possession. The young men that get the job done up front for the Red Devils. They are back by committee. Wildman, their leading runner on the season. He's under 900 yards in the ground game. No issue with the handoff this time. They run behind the left tackle. A gain of 3 that sets up 3rd down and 7 for Lowell. Lowell making their first appearance in the 4A state championship game in 8 years. They made it 3 times in 5 years between 2005 and 2009, this Lowell program. 3-4 the alignment for East Central. Landon Foster leads the way of that linebacker crew for the Trojans. Line to gain the 32. Igris throws, completed. First down and more.
Jordan Jusevic. Beautiful route, beautiful catch, nice throw, right on the money. Excellent job by Igris.
Great job of finding the soft spot in that zone, Coach.
Absolutely. They were in cover 2, and he just found the middle right behind the linebackers.
Gill, the leading receiver on the season, 23 catches for Coach Kilmer.
There's only 6 guys in the box. I look for him to run it.
Trying to run against the numbers. Igris will throw, finds him out of behind him. That's Gill again. His second reception in as many plays. Good for another Lowell first down.
Jaden Gill, good athlete. Real nice hands, solid, big-time player. They love to get the ball into Jusevic's hands as well as Gill. Outstanding athletes.
Tackle made by the opposing quarterback in Maxwell for East Central. Moves quickly on the last last 2 snaps for the Red Devils. Quarterback keeper and room to run. Pulled down from behind. Tackle made by East Central's Landon Foster, but not before an 8-yard pickup on first down for the junior signal caller.
Ethan Igris, very, very nice.
And Igris into this game as their second leading rusher on the season, 574 yards. He missed the opening game of the season versus Crown Point. A pair of 6A wins for Lowell to start the year before they got into conference play. It's a handoff.
Stacked him up. Very nice job. Nice job of filling by the inside linebacker on that side. East Central really pursues. They're going to get 11 to the ball. They're going to do everything they can to push that. Jordan Yusevich carried that ball off tackle.
Yusevich needed 2, got just 1. It was his first touch of the game. And we'll talk about him a lot today. Heading to play at Indiana University in the fall. Has had limited carries during the season because of what he does as a wide receiver and defensively. Expect to see him a lot more in the backfield in this game.
Power eye, first time we've seen that. Jusevich tried to bounce it outside. Great job of support on the outside. Excellent, excellent job. Chase Ludwig, the cornerback on that side, came up and made the stop. The inside people filled it up. Jusevich thought that he was going to bounce it outside, but made a nice play on him outside. 4th down.
4th and a yard.
Big play here.
Already 7.5 minutes gone into quarter number 1.
Power eye.
Toss goes right side. Yusevich cuts it inside, and he should have it. Just needed to get to the 26-yard line. He's past it. Good enough for a Lowell first down. And actually, that was not Yusevich, that was Gill. So Gill, just his 44th carry of the season. So their running backs and their wide receivers really are interchangeable pieces for this Lowell team.
Yes, they are, and they love to get the ball in those 2 guys' hands. Jusevich made a block on the outside and was able to cause that to be a first down.
The drive continues for Lowell. Take the handoff, run pass action, catch made by Yusevich, and has it inside of the 5-yard line all the way down to the 3.
Beautiful job. Way to thread the needle. That was a nice throw. He just faked the inside zone play. Jusevich is just an athlete. Very quick, very, very good hands. Starts as well on defense at free safety.
The 1st and goal for Lowell.
Power eye. They love this on short yardage in the red zone.
6-man front shown by East Central. Yusevich
leads the play.
To the goal line, waiting on a signal. He did not get in, just shy. 2nd down. But as expected, Coach, this appears to be a limited possession game. We're approaching 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter, and we just kicked off 13 minutes ago.
There's no question. Oh boy, he was really close to getting in. Our view of that, must have hit a knee before he punched that ball across.
Same formation going both ways. 10 in the box for East Central. 2 fullbacks in front of the tailback and Yusevich, and there's little doubt about that one. Touchdown. His 9th rushing touchdown of the season, his 11th in total, and you couldn't script a better start for the Red Devils as they go 78 yards and reach the end zone.
Great job by the tight end and the strong tackle just blocking down, and then the kick out block coming from Gill. Yusevich takes it in standing up. Beautiful job of blocking up front. Remember, the line of scrimmage and the battle and the matchups at the line of scrimmage was a key for East Central. So far, they're not able to get that done.
Extra point try is up, and this one is good. Lowell with the dream start, looking to finish off a perfect season with their 2nd ever 4A state championship. Red Devils lead on Fox Sports Indiana. We referenced the fact that Lowell got to the semi-state round a year ago, knocked off by Northwood after spotting Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger a 7-0 lead early. The Red Devils battle back. Jusevich with all 3 touchdowns in the game for Lowell, and they return to Indianapolis for the state finals for the first time in 8 years as they beat Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger 21-7 in last week's 4A North semi-state. Their tournament trail really not challenged until they got to the regional round. Griffith, a ranked team, and a longtime rival that Lowell did not play during the regular season this year. Russ Radke's New Prairie Ball Club, a runner-up 3 years ago in 4A. Took them to a close one, a 5-point victory for the Red Devils.